Good morning, everybody. It's 7:15. Obviously, today's Thursday, so this evening I'll be winging my way home, and the wind has gone down a bit, so that's a plus when you're flying out of Wellington. It's more of a plus when you're flying into Wellington. Today on the order paper, we've got Government Notice of Motion number 1, which is about the appointments made to the Electoral Commission. I'm not quite sure if there's a debate on that. I think the parties get maybe the major parties like National and Labour get 2 speakers each, and then the minor parties down to New Zealand First get 1 speaker each. I don't think Peter Dunn and David Seymour or the Māori Party get a speaking opportunity there. Well, they're part of the government anyway, so I guess they can try for one of their calls. And so then there's the other bills that are going to come up today are the Building Pools Amendment Bill. So that's interrupted debate on the 3rd reading. That's around modernising the rules around that local government have to follow with regard to the fencing of pools. And there has been a little bit of controversy around it. The Green Party's not supporting it because they're concerned that it, and actually I don't think the Labour Party's supporting it now, because Jacinda Ardern did put up an amendment to that bill at committee stage, which the government declined. New Zealand First supported that amendment, but at this stage we're still going to support, because the major thing that it does is actually modernise the rules around spa pools and whirlpools with the new lockable, well not new, but the lockable covers that are available to it. I remember when I was on local government, I used to have to go out to do exemptions, sign off as an elected official on exemptions to spa pools, because they had a lockable cover, and just to make sure that there wasn't like pot plants or anything that a child could climb up on and get on top of the cover, and that it was a hard cover and so on and so forth. So, you know, New Zealand First is supporting the bill because we think that the amendments in it are sensible and modernise the bill, but don't put children at any undue risk. And then given time, and I guarantee there will be time, there's the Education Legislation Bill at 3rd reading, and that's the bill where there's different mechanisms to for the minister to take control of schools and all sorts of other little things like that. So now just on Hekia Parata, so that was an interesting press release yesterday. So Hekia Parata has said that she won't be contesting the 2017 election, and when I was asked for comment, my basic comment was that I'm relieved for the sector, to be perfectly frank. But I think it's been pointed out on a number of occasions now in social media that Hekia was merely the deliverer of a particular philosophy inside of education from the national government. So I don't think it's necessarily brilliant news for the sector. However, you would have to say that she drove it with some passion. She obviously strongly believed in the direction that she was taking the education sector of New Zealand. And I think I've made it perfectly obvious that from a New Zealand First perspective, we believe they were going in the 100% wrong direction. So I think the other thing to note is too that when you're a politician, you realise that you could be the next person who people are making these comments about. So it's a little bit like talking about the dead. She's leaving, she's made a decision that she's not coming back. She took on a role and has done a whole lot of things that her party asked her to do that weren't popular, and so she did the job she was asked to do by the party that put her in that position and the people that elected that party. So one doesn't want to get too trashy on these things, but it was an interesting press release yesterday, an interesting statement yesterday. It'll be even more interesting when the National Party does their reshuffle over the Christmas period to find out who's going to take her space. So, well, we'll be watching. Okay, bye.